Welcome to Unstoppable Mind today, where we explore the hidden psychology behind wealth, success, and the divergent paths of human destiny. The global economy trembles under the weight of uncertainty, casting long shadows over the bustling city streets and silent office buildings. Fear grips the hearts of the working class as inflation rises, turning the dream of stability into a daily waking nightmare. In this chaotic world, we find Nam, a hardworking man who feels the walls of financial pressure closing in on him. In stark contrast stands Minh, a strategic investor who views the same economic storm not as a disaster, but as opportunity. Their mornings begin differently, illustrating the gap between a life controlled by circumstances and a life designed by deliberate choice. For Nam, time is a scarce resource that must be traded for money, a constant race against the clock for survival. For Minh, time is an asset to be leveraged, used to acquire knowledge and analyze the shifting tides of the global market. Nam works in an environment driven by urgency, where the primary goal is to complete tasks to secure a monthly paycheck. Minh operates in a zone of clarity, focusing on long-term value creation rather than the immediate gratification of a quick salary. When the market dips, Nam sees only loss and danger, his mind paralyzed by the fear of losing what little he has. Minh sees the same red numbers, but interprets them as a discount, a rare chance to acquire valuable assets for cheap. The scarcity mindset dictates Nam's every move, forcing him to pinch pennies and compromise on quality to save a few dollars. Minh invests in relationships and knowledge, understanding that the cost of a meal is insignificant yet compared to the value of insight. They were once inseparable friends, starting from the same humble beginnings, proving that destiny is not determined solely by one's birth. Nam was taught that money is a finite resource to be hoarded, and that risk is the enemy of a secure life. Minh discovered early on that money is a dynamic tool, capable of growing exponentially if planted in the right fertile soil. Today, Nam follows the safe path, believing that saving his way to wealth is possible, despite inflation eating away his savings. Minh knows that cash is trash in a crisis, so he keeps his capital moving, constantly seeking vehicles for compound growth. Nam escapes his reality through entertainment, spending his evenings numbing his mind rather than sharpening his skills for the future. Minh spends his evenings studying market cycles, understanding that the best investment one can make is always in one's own mind. Nam surrounds himself with people who validate his complaints, creating an echo chamber of negativity and helplessness against the system. Minh curates his circle carefully, surrounding himself with visionaries who challenge his thinking and push him towards greater heights of success. As the years pass, the safety Nam sought becomes a prison, and the risk he avoided becomes the biggest risk of all. He realizes too late that playing it safe has left him vulnerable, with no assets to protect him from economic storms. Minh's calculated risks have built a fortress of assets, allowing him to face the aging process with dignity and freedom. Suddenly, a unique investment opportunity arises amidst the chaos, a venture that promises high returns but carries significant apparent risk. Nam instantly rejects the idea, his mind conditioned to flee from uncertainty, seeing only the potential for total financial ruin. Minh leans in, his instincts activated, recognizing that this volatility is the friction needed to spark a massive financial breakthrough. They meet at their old local spot, where Nam pleads with Minh to be careful, projecting his own fears onto his friend. Nam argues that hoarding cash is the only sane strategy, begging Minh not to gamble away his hard-earned success on uncertainty. Minh listens patiently, then sketches a diagram, trying to show Nam that the biggest risk lies in taking no risk at all. He explains that while Nam guards his pile of cash, inflation is silently stealing its value every single day and night. But the fear is too deep-rooted in Nam. He pushes the idea away, retreating back into the comfort of his known limitations. Minh realizes he cannot save someone who clings to their chains, accepting that they must walk their separate paths alone. Minh moves forward with the deal, committing significant capital to the venture, trusting his analysis over the panic of the crowd. Nam returns to his sanctuary of safety, locking his meager savings away, feeling a temporary sense of relief from the danger. Months pass by, the seasons change, and the economic landscape begins to shift, testing the resolve and strategies of both men. The crisis deepens before it gets better, sending shockwaves through the economy that make Nam tremble with validated fear and anxiety. Minh's investment takes an initial hit, testing his conviction, yet he remains steady, guiding his team through the turbulent waters. Nam calls with an "I told you so" attitude, urging Minh to cut his losses and retreat to safety immediately. Minh simply replies that true investors buy when there is blood in the streets, and hangs up to focus on work. Doubling down, Minh pours more resources into the venture, leveraging the panic of others to increase his position at rock bottom. Nam watches from the sidelines in horror, convinced his friend is self-destructing, and retreats further into a shell of extreme frugality. While Nam starves himself to save pennies, Minh feeds his vision, discussing expansion plans even as the storm rages on outside. Then, the tide turns. The market corrects itself, and the seeds Minh planted during the winter begin to sprout with vigor. The bold investment pays off exponentially as the sector recovers faster than predicted, positioning Minh as a visionary market leader. Wealth flows into Minh's life, not by luck, but as the mathematical result of preparation meeting opportunity and executing with courage. Nam watches the news in disbelief, the glass slipping from his hand as he realizes the magnitude of the opportunity missed. He checks his safe. The money is there, but inflation has ravaged its value, leaving him poorer than when he started. The bitter truth hits him. By trying to avoid all risk, he exposed himself to the guaranteed loss of purchasing power. Minh stands atop his success, not with arrogance, but with gratitude for the mindset that allowed him to see beyond fear. One soared like an eagle, embracing the winds of change, while the other buried his head, hoping the storm would pass. Minh extends a hand to his old friend, inviting him to see the new empire, hoping to spark a change in him. Nam steps into this world of abundance, feeling small and out of place, surrounded by the tangible results of a growth mindset. He tells Nam that true wealth is not a number in a bank account, but a perspective that unlocks the world's potential. Nam reflects on his past choices, seeing clearly now how his own fear has been the architect of his current mediocrity. Nam returns home, and for the first time, the television remains off. He opens the book, taking the first small step. The journey of wealth begins here, in the neural pathways of the mind, rewiring fear into caution and paralysis into action. History shows us that success leaves clues. The habits of the wealthy are consistent across time, geography, and different industries. Conversely, the trap of poverty is also a pattern, a cycle of reactive behavior that keeps good people stuck in place. Minh now shares his wisdom, understanding that true legacy is not just money, but empowering others to break their own chains. Nam sits in the audience, no longer a victim, but a student, ready to unlearn a lifetime of limiting beliefs. The light of understanding dawns on him. Money is not a master to be feared, but a servant to be mastered. Even in the driest desert, a single seed of right thinking can eventually grow into a forest of abundance and prosperity. They reunite not just as friends, but as allies on the path to growth, proving that relationships evolve when mindsets align. The ripple effect of one changed mind can transform a community, creating a wave of unstoppable momentum for the next generation. For Minh, the ultimate victory is not the numbers, but the freedom and security he has secured for those he loves. Nam starts small, but his energy is different now. He is building a pipeline for the future instead of carrying buckets. The panic is gone from Nam's mornings, replaced by a sense of purpose and the calm assurance that he is progressing. The conversation has shifted from complaints to creation, as two minds come together to multiply value rather than divide sorrows. Life is a strategic game, and with the right moves, even the humblest pawn can transform into the most powerful piece. The city sleeps, but the unstoppable minds remain awake, dreaming, planning, and building the foundations for a better tomorrow. Minh is no longer just a participant in the economy. He is a driving force, a creator of destiny and opportunity. Hard work feels different when it is fueled by vision. Nam no longer toils for survival, but labors for his liberty. They have learned that money must flow like a river. Dam it up, and it stagnates. Let it flow, and it nourishes. Wealth is not built overnight. It is constructed brick by brick, decision by decision, on the bedrock of a disciplined mind. Together they stand, proof that when the scarcity mindset is abandoned, there is enough room at the top for everyone. The gap that once separated them has been closed, bridged by the willingness to learn, to risk, and to grow. While the world rushes back to the rat race, they walk to a different rhythm, masters of their time and destiny. Remember, the external world is merely a reflection of your internal state. Change your mind, and you will change your reality. You hold the key in your hand right now. It is the choice to embrace risk, seek knowledge, and reject fear. Ask yourself today, are you building a fortress of value like Minh, or are you hiding in a shelter like Nam? Do not let your past define you. Let your future be written by the courageous decisions you make in this moment. Educate yourself. Invest wisely. Have patience and be brave. These are the 4 pillars of an unstoppable and wealthy life. The world is vast and full of abundance for those who have the eyes to see it and the courage to grab it. Let the light of knowledge dispel the shadows of ignorance, and let your journey towards financial freedom begin right here, right now. The road ahead is long, but you do not walk it alone. We are here to guide you every step of the way. Join the ranks of the unstoppable, those who refuse to settle for mediocrity and demand the very best from their lives. Transform your relationship with money, and you will transform your life, gaining the ultimate freedom to live on your own terms. Stop waiting for luck to save you. Preparation is the only luck you need to succeed in this unpredictable economic world. This mindset is not exclusive. It belongs to anyone willing to pay the price of discipline and persistent, focused effort. Ignite the fire within you and let it burn through the obstacles, doubts, and fears that have held you back until now. Imagine the peace of knowing your future is secure, that you are the captain of your soul and master of your fate. The work is hard, but the reward is a life of purpose, impact, and the ability to help those around you. Nam now looks at the stars and sees potential, his fear replaced by a wonder for what the future might hold. Their story is a testament to the power of change, a reminder that we are all capable of rewriting our destiny. The world keeps turning, markets keep moving, and opportunities keep rising for those who are ready to seize them with both hands. Don't let another day slip by in fear. Take action today, change your mind, and watch your world transform before your eyes. Every great journey begins with a single step. Take yours now, and never look back at the life you left behind. Be like the new Nam, who learned to grow, not the old Nam who hid in fear. Be unstoppable in your pursuit. Join our growing community of visionaries and achievers who are committed to mastering their minds and conquering the world of finance. Thank you for watching and for being part of this journey towards a better, wealthier, and more meaningful life for everyone. This is Unstoppable Mind Today, signing off. Stay strong, stay focused, and we will see you in the next video.